Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Lemon, and thank you for graciously passing the mic and giving me the opportunity to give this update. Dr. Lemon has been an outstanding leader along with Betsy in creating the program, so I'm privileged to be working with them. And networking is critically important, so I want to be brief so I can get you all out to lunch to chat with each other. So this is the team, Gary directing at things and myself co-chairing the Fellow in Training Committee, along with outstanding support from Betsy here. So these are the committee members from across the country and representatives from a variety of different organizations that have a stake in quality education, PSO staff, the Association for Program Directors in Vascular Surgery, some trainee representatives, and others. And so huge thanks to this group. They've been very engaged and committed to the work of creating an outstanding program that we're now beginning and piloting this year. This is the list of the 16 trainees and their mentors who volunteered from across the country to support them in their quality work. So thank you to all of you who are involved. And if you haven't gotten a ribbon, make sure that you do and put that on your badge so that you can generate some conversation around this new program and help us to promote it for people who might want to apply next year. So the Fellow in Training program is a 12 to 18-month pilot program this year for trainees, and that includes residents and fellows from both vascular surgery, and the program is also open to general surgery trainees, interventional cardiology, and vascular medicine. And it's designed as an introduction to outcomes research and quality improvement using the patient safety organization data and resources through the VQI. So our trainees have been matched with a mentor based on their project and clinical and other interests. Many of them are at the same institution, but some are not, and you'll see that that has created some things we've needed to be quite thoughtful about. The goal of the program is to foster an understanding of quality processes and metrics among our trainees through mentorship within the VQI and in collaboration with the APDVS, as well as the American College of Cardiology and Society for Vascular Medicine. So this is a basic roadmap for the program. There's an application process that's quite rigorous. It includes a personal statement with career interests and goals, the project area they want to pursue, letters of recommendation, and a letter of support or a statement they're in good standing from their program director. And I think we're quite proud as a committee this year. We worked hard at a holistic review of those applications and a standardized scoring mechanism so that we could be as equitable as possible in our decisions about who to include in the program. And then once people are admitted, we work through a mentor matching process to try to link up the appropriate career goals and interests of the trainee with their appropriate mentor. They'll have meetings with their mentor, determine their project, submit to the RAC and IRB, and work through data analysis and writing up of their project, which can include local process improvement and quality efforts, as well as using VQI data for research. And I think we have a nice mix within our first cohort of interests in those various approaches. And then next year at this time, we'll be very excited to give awards for the participants, including the Jack Cronin-Wett Scholarship. So those who are eligible for award submissions, again, I would just highlight that both QI projects as well as research are eligible, and so those can take different forms, different formats, and different ways of being disseminated. VQI charters or QI projects will be eligible for submission for scholarship through presentation at the VQI at VAM, primary author publications, posters and abstracts, and et cetera. And in the interest of time, I'll move along. In terms of the scholarship, that's going to be a $6,000 award per recipient, with $2,000 that are provided for unrestricted use, and the remainder to support travel and other costs. So we're very excited to have the opportunity to provide those financial resources and that scholarship for the awardees next year. This was the challenge about working with trainees and mentors at different institutions that I alluded to. We've been very careful to have a policy on the fellow in training data use using the PSO as guardrails for access to data between institutions. And I won't go into the details other than to let you know we've been very thoughtful about that. So the leadership team you see here, and we're maintaining a list of applicants and mentors. And for people that volunteered to be mentors this year and were not selected to do so, we very much appreciate them and hope they'll remain interested for the years to come as we grow the program. We're monitoring the timeline for the trainees in the program, watching to make sure that the trainees progress through the milestones that they're expected to achieve, and providing a certificate of participation for trainees when they finish. This is just a basic outline of the milestones or the learning goals essentially that we have for the trainees that are participating. We expect them to kind of work through from an introduction to VQI and all of its functions and all of the different data points that are collected, to start to acquire some knowledge about basic QI processes, become increasingly familiar with the VQI, with existing quality charters and projects, participate in a project and subsequently really lead and present their findings in a national forum. And then we have a similar progression of learning goals on the patient safety side, and we'll move through that. So next cycle is going to be upcoming in January. We'll have a call for new applicants for next year. In February, that'll be the deadline for submission, and that will also be when we're looking at our current trainee pool for awards. We'll be reviewing applicants in spring and ranking and approving awardees in April and May. So we're really excited for this forum and this meeting next year when we're going to have some really exciting projects to present and announcements on awardees. So with that, we'd be happy to take any questions if you have any brief ones, but want to get you out to network with one another and continue to learn together. Thank you so much.